Hola! How's it going, everybody? It's me, author Alexandra Infante. And now, remember how we said on Fridays, we'll be switching Thursdays and Fridays, whether one Thursday might be actual review day, or one Friday might be a chat day, or one Thursday might be a chat day, and one Friday might be a review day. Well, this Friday is actually chat. So, um, basically, I got a couple of things that I actually wanted to talk about on the channel because, like, I just kind of feel like we don't really we don't really talk enough. I mean, it's like, yeah, we do the reviews and we tell you guys which books that you should buy and what well, we don't tell you which ones you should buy. We try to give suggestions of awesome indie authors who we think that you will like as well. And so, but we don't really chat that much. And so I've seen like a lot of I've seen comments down there, besides the one about my boobs. I've seen comments down there where you guys actually like the content. And so I'm really, really happy about that. And so I just kind of thought like maybe we'd get to know each other better because this channel is for readers. Yes, we do authors, and we ask that you authors continue to support us by staying, continuing to subscribe because, you know, one of the perks for you subscribing is that we get to put your videos on here. And it's like, it's Jen's channel, it's not mine. So I just want to make clear that Jen is kind of janky. Jen is like, if you ain't subscribing, I'm not putting your videos on. Because basically, that's her idea, not mine. So no hate mail to me, please. I'm just the face. So I don't do that. That's her. And so everything about this channel is Jen's. I'm just the face. Because I like to talk. I like to just be out there doing stuff. And Jen is is an introvert to like the 25th power. And so she doesn't want to be the face of anything. Like she gets your submissions when for the authors who submit. She picks the winners for like the gift cards and all that kind of stuff. Basically, the winner of this month's gift card, I will tag your page because I realized that I didn't write it down. So I'm just going to go over to your page and then write you win on it. And then you can, basically send us an email after that. All of that stuff is hers. I'm the face. I tell you guys, about the reviews. I tell you about the authors that I think are amazing. I make suggestions. But for the most part, the channel itself belongs to her. And I'm here to just do me. And so, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that I think might be important to you guys. And then just really much, pretty much ask you guys some questions about things that are going on in the book world. And so because I was in one of the author groups the other day, and I see the posting for authors all the time, and I see how, authors who have been, I kind of always feel like the really pious and this is just my opinion, the really pious and the really pretentious advice as an author, I always feel like those are done by people who have just basically started writing, or they've been writing for like maybe 2-3 years, and so they think like they're an authority on it. Because like us seasoned authors, like who have been in the game for 9 or more years, we would never give someone advice like that. And so I was wondering, like, you readers, because there are a lot of groups on there that cater to readers as well. And so I was just wondering, do you ever, as a reader, actually pick up books from those from those groups. Like as an author, we do go in and we post our wares, and we hope like we'll get a click through, or like we'll get someone to actually go and buy the book. And so I just want to bring it to you, the readers, yourself. Does that ever help? Do you ever buy a book from an author posting in an author group? And if so, then please leave me a comment down there at the bottom, because this, not only are we bringing you guys like awesome, cool, readers, but it's like we benefit as authors, because then we get to hear your feedback and what you think as an actual reader. Because believe me, whether you think so or not, your opinion matters like a great deal to us. We want to know what's going on with you, what you think, what excuse me, in the genre would you like to see more. Because I know the paranormal, I write paranormal, and it is saturated with a lot of the same content. Someone thought like they were writing something different when they really weren't, which is like for me as an author, which is the main reason I don't read I don't read my genre. I don't, because I feel like if I read my genre, it's going to keep me from being fresh. And so I try not to read my genre. Now I'll read, because I don't write contemporary anymore, and I love historical, which is the reason why I started writing in the first place. And so I will read historical and contemporary, but I don't read paranormal. Like to review it for the channel, I do. But as far as like me just going out there and picking up a paranormal book, no, I don't do it. Because one, there's two reasons. One, I don't do it because I don't want to subconsciously bite someone else's idea, because this was their thing, this was what they came up with. I don't want to subconsciously do that. And no matter how many times authors say that they don't do that, that's not true. You do, because you'd be like, oh, I know I could do this way better than what she did. Even though you don't, you're not going to ever say that out loud, but sometimes that's what you think in your head. And so I don't read other people's works like that. I do read for the channel to review. And then, because I just feel like it keeps you fresh. And so my whole point is, what do you guys think? I mean, do you actually, when you see that post in those groups, it sounds like it's really hot, or, an author's trying to get readers for to click through to their book. Does that actually help you? The authors posting in these groups, or is it just annoying and you're just like, oh my God, every time I come in this group, it's like tons and tons and tons of authors? Because when we know this stuff, then we're able to cater and to curtail how we do marketing. And so that's number one. So if you guys could leave me comments in the section down there, that's your call to action. And then also, don't forget, before I get on to question number 2, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because you guys are the reason why we do this. And so we need your support. We need you there for us as well. Okay, and then number 2, IG. Okay, everybody's doing Instagram. Every time I turn around, I actually have an Instagram. Mine is a light fairy tale. I mean, a light fae, if you wanna like, reach out. I hardly ever go on there, because Instagram is one of those things that I totally forget about. And so basically, you can send me like 1,200 shout outs on Instagram, and it'll take me like a month, and I'm like, oh girl, you said this a month ago. And so because I don't check it, I don't that's like a random thing for me, and I forget a lot of times to check it. So don't try to find me over there. I mean, like, you can reach out to me, and it would be so cool to have you guys follow me, and I'm one of those people that I will totally follow you back. So totally reach out to me. But my question about the Instagram is, does this help you as well when you're looking for books and you're looking for new authors, or you want to figure out a new genre, does this actually help you? You know, you see authors post on there and they do the hashtags, and they hashtag, because I've done it a couple of times myself too. Like, I'll hashtag interracial romance, or I'll hashtag multicultural romance, or I'll hashtag IR books, something like that, to see if it will get, you know, if it'll garner me some actual readers. So what I want to know from you guys, and to leave me comments in the leave me comments in the comment section down there too as well. Does this help you, or are you just like, what? Get over here, it's not for you? You know, does it really help you to find new authors? You know, or do you just find it like completely, as the Brits would say, and annoying? You know, is it just annoying to you? Because it's like, we authors most of the time forget that, you know, a lot of these public forums, that, you know, people don't always want you posting in them, even if it's a group, you know, where you're allowed, the admins say that you're allowed to post. A lot of times it annoys readers. So I really want to know your take on it. Does that annoy you, or you find it cool because you're like, okay, I probably would have never ever known about this author if I didn't see a post of it in one of these groups? So give me your impression of that as well. Let me know in the comments. And then one of my biggest pet peeves is basically posting that you should not be posting on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I mean, our president is basically, he's the Twitter king. And all of that stuff that he posts on Twitter, he should not be posting. Someone should be up in there taking his phone, or at least smacking the, and be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Give me that phone. You know, because not only is he a moron and he's racist, but he's an idiot as well. And so basically, he should not be allowed to have a phone to tweet on Twitter. And so he is a perfect example of what you don't do. And so as an author, excuse me, I'm so sorry. As an author, I try to keep down what I'm posting. I guess because I feel like, you know, I don't want to put too much information out there or bombard my readers, because I do have a website. And so a lot of the times my feelings, or, you know, stuff that I do, if I don't put it on my channel, I'll usually stick it on my website. Excuse me. My website is, I go a little bit deeper, because I feel like I can say things on my site that I can't say on the channel as well. And then I try to keep, you know, I try not to be too opinionated, because I don't want to like alienate readers. I don't want to, you know, piss someone off unintentionally. And so I try to keep like, I try to keep my, I don't know what is wrong with my voice today. I'm so sorry, guys. I sound like a freaking wolf or something. And it's like, I try to keep, you know, I try to keep it to a minimum. But what I would like to know is, you as the reader, do you like for authors to be more in depth? Do you like to know more about their personal life? Because I know, like, that this is the pretty much the age of reality, or social media, TV, you know, people putting their whole entire freaking lives online. But I'm just like, okay, that works for celebrities, that works for, you know, these influencers on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But how does that work for the author? And then you as the reader, do you want to see more of that? Because like on my own channel, I pretty much literally only talk about my books. I talk about my books. I talk about, you know, things that are relevant to me. But I don't usually like delve into like my family and how that stuff's going in my life. And so what I want to know, like, as readers, do you guys want to see that stuff about us, or do you feel like that's just too much to be putting on social media? Like, people should stay in their lane, you know? And so I kind of try to stay in my lane, which is the reason why I don't post all that stuff on there. Like, I wanted to bring my daughter on the channel so you guys can meet her and the baby that's going off to college. But then I don't know, if you'd actually even want to see that, or you'd be like, okay, why is she bringing her kid on this channel, So basically, you guys let me know this stuff, because this is what authors do. We need to have this rapport back and forth with the reader, so you can tell us when we're going too far, tell us when something is not working for you as a reader, and then basically your opinion of what you think. Now, granted, I'm not saying we always gonna follow it, because my mom said opinions are like, you know what, but at least we get your feedback, and we get to hear from you, and we get to hear what it is that you think as well, and to let you know that you are valued, because we would not be in here, we would not be doing this without you. And so this is one of the reasons why too I try not to post so much on social media, because when I see an author like berating like faithful readers, okay, so I personally feel like there's two categories of readers, okay? You have the faithful readers who basically love you, pretty much worship everything that you do. And even if they don't, they tell you gently that they don't like that, because of the fact that they feel like they have a rapport with you. They feel like they are valued to you. Like, this is why I always mention Christine. Christine reads all of my books. I can send her books. Like, I just dropped 6 books. I dropped all of my 6 series that were the paranormals that needed to have a new book. I just dropped them. I sent every last one of them to Christine, because Christine is a valued reader. I love her. She is valued to me because she reads it. She enjoys it, and then she gives me her honest feedback of what she thinks that series is. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting a little hot. What she thinks that series is, how she feels like that series should go, and then if I, girl, what is this? No, you need to take this out, and then I get to say whether I want to accept that or whatever. But my whole point is that I value her as a reader, so I would never say anything that I feel like might hurt her feelings online. And so this is why I try to keep myself to a strict guideline, unless it's something really bad. The only time that I've ever been known to make a comment to a reader is when it was a racial slur, or it had something to do with race, or I felt like as an Afro-Latina woman, you were coming against me as the author. Those are the only times that I've ever said something. I mean, I learned long ago, that you pretty much have to grin and bear it. And then the other type of reader is the one who thinks that because they paid $4.99, they own you. They can say whatever they want to say. They can hurt your feelings. They can trash your work because you know what? You put it out there. Now, those type of readers, I don't care for. And I wouldn't care if they ever read a book by me, because I feel like that's just too entitled and too privileged. And so I don't have a problem with anyone giving me feedback on some of my work, or something or a book that you just were not feeling. I mean, like, I had the reader who basically sent me a gentle email, was like, girl, this character has been pregnant for 36 months. Either she having an alien baby, or she's got some serious problems, or you need to revamp this, and the way that she sent it to me was so hysterically funny. And even Minnie, my editor, she didn't catch that. It was supposed to be 36 weeks, and it turned out to be 36 months. And even Minnie didn't catch it. So that's one of the reasons why it was so hysterically funny. And now she had an issue with that. But she sent it in not only a funny way, but she criticized the work real. She didn't just set out to trash it. And so basically, this is why I would like to know, as an author, what do you think authors should put online and what they shouldn't? Because I've seen the stuff that I've seen in recent months has been like just that crazy. like one author like literally going on a tangent about Black Lives Matter. Okay, I support Black Lives Matter, but even if I didn't, like, I have issues with Trump, right? I'm not going to get online and bear all those issues because I am an author. Now, granted, if racist people follow him, they wouldn't be reading my books in the first place. Because, but the thing is, I'm still not going to get online and trash them unless it has to do something outside of this paranormal genre. If I'm like up there with my fist for a cause and you come at me, then yeah, I'm coming back. But like just as an author saying this is my opinion as an author, no, you don't. I just feel like you don't do that. You don't do that. And so I think maybe I guess it's like a catch-22. It's good in the fact that now everyone knows that you're a racist, so they can stop supporting you. And then two, it lets your readers know who you really are as a person. So I guess that's the catch-22 to it. It's good for us, the readers, but it's bad for you, the author. And so basically, this is why it's always curious to me, and what I would like to know, what readers think authors should actually be posting, and what should we post, and when should we say, you know what, hey, that's too much information, maybe I should just keep that to myself. And so leave me a message in the comments down there so I can know, and also these comments and stuff like that, they also help Jen to actually pick winners for, the swag that we'll be giving, the t-shirts for the channel. We'll be doing all of that stuff right after I redeposit myself to New York, because these are going, since the summer was just really bad, and with the COVID, and all my prayers and my heart go out to everyone who lost family, people who are dealing with the COVID right now. We'll be talking about that next week, and basically how it's affecting you as readers, and then basically having all of the places shut down, because I never got the t-shirts because Staples shut down and online, and it's like now I have to be able to take the invoices, all of that kind of stuff, and the Staples near me is closed. And so I'm hoping like before I leave here, because I have 2 weeks, two and a half weeks before I'm back over in New York. So I'm hoping I can get in contact with these people. I'm sure they're going to give me the shirts because I paid for them already. But I'm just saying it's going to be impossible for me to get them out next month. There's always something. And so what we're going to do is we're going to push them back, and we're going to do all of the t-shirts, all of the bags, all of that stuff, except for the people who won them from our Facebook groups. The minute I have those shirts, I'm sending them off to you because you won already. And so for everyone else, basically the coronavirus sort of like, put our plans in like a little bunch. And so basically for the next, month, that's what my whole point was, sorry, I just went off, is the comments help us, pick and choose for that, or help Jen and Erica. I don't choose because I'm biased. I have a lot of readers down there who I would automatically pick, so I'm biased. I don't get it. Jen said I don't get to choose. So basically, it's her and Erica. They're the ones who get to choose. And then basically, also, one other thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so now I watched it. I was just not getting it. So you as the readers, because you are readers, and a lot of times readers, a lot of books will actually be adapted and made into movies. So I really want to talk about 365. Okay, y'all tell me what's going on with that, because I watched it. I didn't get it. I didn't get the hype. I just really, truly didn't. Now, the guy, Massimo, or whatever his name is, that mofo, now he was fine as you know what. And I actually liked him. I thought his acting was okay, but the rest of the movie to me was I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't feel it. And if I had to rate that movie, I would definitely give that movie like a 3 because the acting was terrible. The acting was terrible. The plot, the ending, I was like, are you kidding me? Really? This is the end. And so I really want to know what you guys thought about this movie. So leave me a comment in the comment section down there. And don't forget, this is your call to action. Please remember, if you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe. Tell us that you like us by subscribing and then hitting that like button and then clicking that bell up there so every time I upload a video, you'll get it. And so about this freaking movie, guys, tell me really what you thought about it, because one issue I had too was when he walked up to her and in the garden and he was like, "Are you lost, baby girl?" Don't be taking Shamar's line. I'm sorry. That's the only person I can see saying that line, baby girl, because he said it for so long. And like, even though, regardless how hot this guy is, because he is, y'all. And did you guys know that he's actually singing that song for the soundtrack? This man, that's like a beautiful man. I don't know his name. I said I was going to look it up because he is straight up Italian. He is from Italy. He is the kind that be like, "Toma da vita," and you just be like, "Oh." That's how hot this guy is. And if you guys haven't watched the movie, go out and watch it. I believe it's on Netflix. It's either on Netflix or it's on Prime right now. I can't remember which one I watched it on. But it's on one of those, and you guys need to go out and watch it because of the fact that it was a book. The writer is a Polish author. She's a Polish romance author. And now I've never read the book, so I don't know if the movie is doing her book justice. I said I was gonna look for it, but I don't think the 365 is the actual name for the book. It might be something Polish. So I haven't read it. Now I was on this poll online because I was hot when I finished watching this movie. I was like, really? You just wasted like 2 hours of my time. And so basically I was really hot after I watched it. So I was on this one other line, online, like reading the comments. Like, I didn't comment because I didn't read the book, so I feel like I don't have a right to comment. I could comment on the movie, but I cannot comment on that book because I didn't read that book, and I would never do that to an author. And so basically, even though the book and the movie connect, that could not even be her book, which is basically how like True Blood was good, like amazing for the first 5 seasons, and then it just went poof and like just crashed and burned. Well, the first 5 seasons, they sort of panned them off of the book. And what you saw in True Blood was not anything like what Charlene wrote, which was why people who were watching the show were going and buying the books, and then they were pissed off and they were leaving her hate mail and all that kind of stuff, which I thought was really wrong, because you can't fault Charlene, because that's something that HBO thought that they would do to take liberties with. And so basically they got her hate mail and readers saying, "Oh my God, your books suck. You know what? They're nothing like the show." And it's like, no, because if you look in there, it said loosely based on the series, but people don't read. So anyway, so I don't want to say her book, because I don't know if her book was like this movie. The movie to me was like, no. Okay. The best thing is going on about this movie is this ass man. But other than that, no. I was just like, okay, I'm lost. I'm not getting the hype. It has to be, no offense, men, but this has to be a white girl thing, because I wasn't seeing it. I was not seeing, this character was fine. He had a certain kind of charisma, but the whole premise of the movie, you just randomly kidnap some woman I'm assuming that it's supposed to be a dark romance. And like, I don't have any issues with dark romance. We actually reviewed a couple of them on here. One of them was oh my gosh, I can't. I'm not thinking of the author's name, but look down there in the videos, because her book was amazing. He was a crime boss, and basically she was dating him, and then she actually saw him kill someone one night, and then she was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. But before that, she was loving the cars, loving the clothes, she was loving the life. But then when she found out what he really was, she got ghosts. And so it's down there in the videos. Darn, I cannot think of that author's name, I'm so sorry. But watch the videos. It's a mob boss. The author is a Caucasian author, so it would be on a Thursday if you guys want to check that book out, because it's down there. It's awesome. That book was so good. I was like, girl, no. And so I kind of feel like that's what they wanted to pan this book after, but it just didn't work for them, or at least it didn't work for me, because I couldn't see any of the plot. And then the ending of that movie pissed me off so bad. I swear to you, if it would have been a book, I would have threw that book out the window. And so tell me what you guys think about that movie if you have watched it. It's called 365, and you can find it on, I believe, both Netflix and Prime, because I believe I watched it on Prime. I would have had to, because I don't have Netflix anymore. They got crazy talking about $14.99 a month. I could split that between Hulu, Disney, and Prime. No, because I'm a teacher, so I get discounts. But anyway, so that's pretty much it about that. And then the last one is what I want you guys to do. This is my little call to action for you guys again. What I want you to do is list in the comment sections, when you go to comment on any of the stuff that we've talked about in this video, I want you to end it with a couple of your favorite authors, because the way Jen works, Jen knows a ton of these authors, these indie authors, because she does our promo. She used to run our groups to where the authors would come in and they would give free books and that kind of stuff. So basically, she knows a ton of them. So we would like for you to, once you finish your comment on whatever, topic I hit on in this video, leave a couple of your favorite authors after your comment, because what we're going to do is we're going to be soliciting these awesome authors for free books, and then we're going to be giving those free books to you, the readers, because that is what this channel is about. It is all about readers and authors, giving free reads, and us helping you find authors that are amazing. So that's what we do here. So please make sure that you leave some of your favorite authors in the comment section. And that is pretty much it for this video. I will see you guys on Monday with another review or chat. So that's what we will be doing. We will basically switch up the days. We will be going our 5 days a week. Only thing is it won't be 5 days of reviews. So next week we will begin with the submission authors. Yesterday we did Arlie and her new book, so that hopefully you guys went out and got that book today, because it is fire. I'm telling you, it is hot. It is like, level 15, I swear. And some of those freaking escapades that this character is doing and how she doing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this. Anyway, especially now that I'm gonna be on my own, I'm gonna be by myself. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, you guys really got to check out Arlie's book too. Remember, it's called Beauty Sleeping, not Sleeping Beauty, but Beauty Sleeping, and it should be on sale right now on Amazon. So make sure you guys go out there and check that out. And remember, there are tons of videos down here for you guys to watch. So check out these indie authors. They are amazing. They do this for you. They do this so they can find you. They're on this channel. They solicit us so they can find you. So support them, especially indie authors. programs, because they just don't get the same recognition that all the rest of the authors that mainstream authors out there do get. So please make sure that you are supporting them any way that you can. And then check out the free books. I will have them listed in the comment section myself, so you guys can go online and basically get these free books. They will be from contemporary to horror, so make sure you check them out. All these authors are on Amazon. Now, I'm not exactly sure if every one of them is an indie author. We just want to be able to offer you free books. So the postings, not all of them may be indie authors, but what we do on the channel is only indie. So that's pretty much it. And don't forget, like this video. And if you are new to our channel, please, please, please subscribe. Click that little subscribe button, and then click the bell up there. Or is it up there? I believe it's up there. So every time that we upload a video, you will get it first, and you will be the first one to comment it. Thanks so much, bunches. We love you guys, and please stay in our world.